Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at a figure of MOTOKO KUSANAGI from Ghost in the Shell that is from a figure line that I would guess most of you haven't heard of. I haven't heard of it prior to this figure. This was sent to me by Drunk Panda Inc. This is the last of the figures he sent me, so thanks to him for all of those, including this one. The figure line is called, well, check the title to make sure I don't say this wrong, but I think it's called a Gutto Kuru, I believe. But it's a Japanese toy line, which is a highly articulated, fairly well detailed line, something similar to Play Arts Kai. The figure actually more similar to the Play Arts line, just bigger. The figure stands about 8.5 inches tall, so it's got some good size to it. It's generally got some really nice sculpt details. It looks really nice. But it also has some fairly serious loose joint problems. Before we get into that though, let's talk about accessories. She has a bunch of different hands. As you can see, we have fist hands for either side. We have a variety of open hands for holding guns or just for posing. And then we also have, of course, our necessary trigger finger hands. So we have those. We have interchangeable faces, so there's kind of a grimace face, there's a more neutral face, just ignore those spots that are on there, and then we have a kind of smiley face, and lastly we have a yelling face, which also has alternate hair connected to it. So quite a variety for that. And then we also have a display stage, which is kind of cool. It has this kind of a base, and this is the upright piece, which has a hinge here, and then a hinge here with a clip on the top. And how this works is you pop this off and you push this through on any part that you want, and then you push this back on, and so it's a kind of a variable display stand, so you can use that however you choose. So that's kind of nice. Now she also has a little holster for her pistol, which goes on the back of her belt like that. We of course have the little pistol, which can go in the holster. I'm not going to do it now though. And then we also have her submachine gun or compact rifle, whatever you want to call it, which has the silencer thing on it or off. Nicely detailed accessory. And then we also have a strap for it, which goes on around there and pegs in here. Is that where it pegs in? I think that's where it pegs in. I don't know. I think so. And then you put this on, of course, and that can go around her chest so that she's got a strap on it. And then lastly we have muzzle flash effects. So this one can peg in here to give us a nice little muzzle flash. This one also can peg into the pistol. Again, we have our nice little muzzle flash, nice translucent orange plastic. And then we also have a larger muzzle flash if you want to use it for this piece. So very nice variety in this figure. And it has nice articulation technically, it's just really loose. So the head is technically a double ball hinge, but he had to put some sticky tack in there because it was super floppy, and it's still really floppy, and I don't want to mess with it just in case something breaks. But it technically has all the articulation you could want in a head. Now the shoulder articulation is a little bit strange. We have kind of a hollow chest with a big double ball peg in it. But the top part of the ball peg is actually a ball hinge, so that shoulder will move around from there. It's in theory good, but it's actually kind of limited, and since it gets really loose, it's problematic. So you can tell this is a little bit of an older figure. Doesn't necessarily have the best engineering in it, but it's a good concept. That double ball peg isn't a bad idea. It just didn't really turn out to work out as well as it could have. But it does give you the range of motion you would want. It's just kind of problematic. We do have a bicep swivel in there underneath that cuff of her sleeve. We have our single jointed elbow, but it gives us a really good range of motion there. As for the wrists, standard ball hinge. For the upper torso, I believe it's a double ball peg, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. It gives you actually a really good range of motion, and it's not too loose. Really just the shoulders, the head, and then, actually I think it is just the shoulders and the head that get loose. The rest seems okay. We'll see as we go though. This is cool because it is actually sculpted like a jacket over another piece. That's kind of hollow in there, but you can just see the rest of the abdomen underneath, so it's good. It's not just filled in. So that's kind of nice. And then the waist is actually a double hinge. It has a hinge for going forward, and then a hinge for going side to side, which actually works fairly well. You do get a little bit of gapping in there, but it does have a nice range of motion, so that's kind of cool. The hips are very similar to the SH Figure Arts hips. You can kind of see in there it's a hinged ball peg, so you can drop that down and then pose the leg. And then it's actually just a ball peg with a hinge built onto it for here, and then a thigh swivel. So it's very similar to the SH Figure Arts, mixed with kind of like a Play Arts Kai design. It's not the best looking, but it is kind of a good idea. It's kind of functional. So you can see the way that hinge works on top of that ball peg. Hinges on that piece there. So it's, again, it's kind of good, just didn't exactly work the way they wanted it to. Double jointed knee, nothing to talk about there. And then we get a shin swivel at the top of the boot, and then the foot is connected with a ball peg ball hinge. So it's a ball hinge with a peg on the end. You can get a nice ankle rocker out of it. Doesn't have too much play forward and back though. So again, it's a kind of a cool figure, especially for, I'm guessing it's an older figure. Let's see if there's a stamp on it anywhere. I don't think there is. But I'm guessing it's an older figure. I haven't looked it up. But it's definitely not a bad figure, and if you're a Ghost in the Shell fan, it might be one worth picking up, unless they're super expensive. I really have no idea. But it definitely looks good. It looks just like her, and it's the tactical suit, which I hope Figma gets around to making. I do not want any Ghost in the Shell Arise figures. I know they're making them. I want the classic look, personally. But either way, very well done. They have the little ports in the back of the neck. Looks cool. A nice batch of accessories, all kinds of interchangeable parts. A very nice figure if you are a fan of Ghost in the Shell. If you guys know anything about this company and you care to share it in the comment section, go ahead. I don't know anything about this. Gutto, Kuru, I believe is what it is. So if you guys know, go ahead and share. If not, Google it if you're curious, because I don't know anything else to tell you. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.